In a world that's searching for truth and light, we gather stories to share inside. Authors with wisdom, their voices ring. In the exchange show, we bring hope and guidance. Welcome to the exchange where stories unfold. Faith and inspiration are treasures to behold. Through words and wisdom, our spirits grow. Join us on this journey on the exchange show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Exchange Show, where stories are unfolding. So thank you for joining us today. I am your host, Berthanna Oxendine, and I thank God we are here together today on the Exchange Show. Listen, please like and share and invite someone to watch with you right here on YouTube or Facebook. And all the links you would need to become a part of our networking community, they are listed in the description of this video. So here at the Exchange Show, I have the awesome privilege of talking to some of God's gifted authors and then hearing their story. They usually share a message of hope or faith or love and guidance, but in different situations. Please support the authors by purchasing a copy of their book and then sharing the show information on your social media platforms. I do believe if each one helps one, then we all will be successful. So to tell you some more tell you a little something about myself. I am Berthanna Oxendine. I am a certified life coach. I am an encourager, a pastor, a mother, and an international best-selling author. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and bring our special guest on today. And her name is Miss Megan Holley. How you doing, Miss Megan?
Good. I'm so excited to be here today.
Well, I am so glad that you're here with us today as well. And you have made this journal. But before we get into your journal, I want you to tell our audience, some things about yourself. Let's talk about you first.
All right. Awesome. Thank you. So I have done massage and craniosacral and emotion code type work for like 35 years, I think it is.
Okay.
And over those years of hearing all those stories, and it's like you're just so amazed at where people have been and what they've come through. And it's like a passion of mine to, work and help people get from where they are to where they want to go or release,
Yes.
especially with emotion and
Mm-hmm.
belief code. And just with all the stories I've heard, it just inspired me to write this journal because I'm like, you've already climbed the mountain. You're already done amazing things. You left so much behind that could have hindered you. And yeah, I live in Canada. I live in, British Columbia on the West Coast above Seattle, that area. And I am married with 3 kids. I love traveling. Yeah, I'm so excited to be here.
Well, that is so great. I'm so glad. And you live in Canada, you said?
Yeah.
I've never been to Canada. I know it's probably beautiful out there.
Oh, it's the area we're in is called the Okanagan Lake, and people come here to visit because it's so beautiful. The summers, like the vineyards and orchards and just miles of, beautiful.
That is great. Well, your book, your journal, is called Inspired to Be Me Journal. Inspired to Be Me. I just think that's awesome just for the name of it. What made you name that Inspired to Be Me?
I think it's the stories that I hear when I work. And I guess one day I actually sat down. I was getting close to 50. And I was like, well, life is half over.
Mhm.
What have I not done? So I made a list of 50 things to do for
Okay.
my 50th year. And it's all those things, like big or little, that you
Mhm.
always want to do, like take a pottery class or get an Ayurvedic treatment, or whatever. And you never get to because you're too busy doing life things. So the more I checked off my list, the more I was like, I just was feeling like, oh, I'm like getting closer and closer to fulfilling me instead of just
Okay.
following what today brings. And then I sat down and also wrote out, like, what does my ideal life look like? And
Mhm.
when I did it, I was like, wow, I'm like 80 to 90% there. So you start to realize that society, like media, like pushes you to think you're not satisfied. But when you actually sit down, you're like, I actually love
Yeah.
the life I have. Like, I only have these many more things, like if you're already traveling and you already have people you love and you're already
Mhm.
working at a job you like what really do you want more? And then it settled me into like, I actually have a great life.
Mhm.
There's still some things obviously you're working towards. So then I thought, like, if we were more inspired to be us, that person, that ideal life, then the gifts we have, we're gonna be more confident in them. We're gonna want to work with them. We're gonna
Mhm.
stop worrying about what the outside of us is putting on us.
Mhm.
And I just dream of a world where you see your gift, which I
Yeah.
know you do,
Mhm.
and you shine it in the world from an
Mhm.
authentic place instead of running around trying to like please everybody and
Right.
fill a role that isn't even yours. So,
Mhm.
yeah, that's what my dream is.
Wow, that's so good. I know, looking at your journal, it has a lot of different areas in there to me, where you can write so many things in there and then go back and just kind of look at your life, see how far you've come.
Yeah.
And so, you want to tell us some of the things that is in the book? I mean, because
Yeah.
I even went to Amazon and you have a video, it had a little video on there
Yeah.
and it showed you the different things. Are you want to share that with our audience today?
Yeah. So the first part of the journal
Hmm.
is has so this is I have teal, purple, and yellow, which I'll show you, but the first part has 8 exercises, and this
Hmm.
is a course I created that I taught a few years ago called Living Out Loud.
Uh-huh.
And it was just all things that I just really wanted to tell the world. And so it's exercises like number one was like reconnect with yourself as a child. Like, what did you love to do? And
Mm.
since I wrote it and working with people, I've realized not everybody has a childhood where they look back and think about happy things, but even if it's just one day or when you were doing sports or painting, like try to remember what lit you up as a child. So for me, it was being outside and running and being active, and so that already gave me a clue, right? Like the part of me I forgot is who is it?
Hmm.
And then there's one about write yourself a letter from your 100-year-old self.
Oh, wow.
And I heard that somewhere and I was like, I love that. Like I picture myself in the nursing home and then this me comes in and we sit and chat and she's saying like go for it. Like you're going to end up here one day and you're going to look back and wish you had done so many things and the people that you're worried about like what they think
Hmm.
you're not even going to remember them in like 5 years or something. And then there's a part on mindset because really we have to shift things in our mind if we're going to move forward. That negativity, that I can't do it, those are
Right.
just thoughts, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
always tell my clients, you're just one thought away from changing your life. It's just like keep shifting, you know? And then there's a section, this is what I started doing with my 50th um, year, like my 50 things, is every month I would do one creative activity, one
Okay.
self-care, one first time, one adventure, and one giving. So it would take, I would go in my 50 list and I'd put them in there. And lots of times they were free, but it got me like checking those things off. And like, especially the giving one. One day
Mm-hmm.
I bought a gift card at Starbucks and I left it at the till. And I just went and sat down and just watched all the people that got something for free without knowing it was from
That
me.
was you. Yeah, yeah.
Ah, it was
I bet that
so
was very
uplifting.
rewarding.
Yeah. And it just like changes your energy for like the
Mm-hmm.
day or 2 days. And yeah, it just is so good. And then there's a part about weekly. So you
Mm-hmm.
start the week with an intention, and I ask you a few questions. And then daily is just what's your intention or mantra for today? And then you just answer yes or no to a couple questions. I wanted to make the journal for people like me that don't want to sit down and journal for 10, 20, 30 minutes. I want you to just do something, you know, move the needle forward.
It sounds like you make them kind of think about things that they may want to put down, and you help them get to that place of what they wanting to write.
Yes. Yes, because so many people are like, I don't know what to journal. I don't know,
Yeah.
you know, like it's a blank. So I wanted
Mm-hmm.
you to like say, for instance, this one is I was mindful of the energy I brought today, and I felt grateful for people in my life today. Yes or no? So it brings you back to the 8 exercises that we did
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a 6-month journey.
Wow. I mean, it sounds really good. But when, and then also too, what I seen you had different colors,
Yes. Yeah.
and
Teal,
yeah,
purple, and yellow.
right. And then it has this like elastic band to hold it,
Yeah.
about holding it shut. And then you
Yeah.
had some departments in there where you can, I had something about putting an envelope in there,
Yep.
and
There's a back envelope. And then
yeah.
I made a little card that's in it with a little poem on it.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can put your keepsakes in there from things you do every month, you know. And then there's a page to write about what you did that month, because I really want you to remember when you look back on the 6 months,
Mm-hmm.
what were the activities and what did you do? How'd you feel? You know, like a
Mm-hmm.
diary.
Right. And then I seen also it had you had inspirational notes,
Yes.
going through the book too.
Yeah, quotes. And the color, I actually hired a designer. She was amazing because I wanted it to look fun. But yeah, you don't need anyone's permission to be your greatest self,
See? Yeah,
things
that's
like
great.
that. And there's a
Mhm.
few stories in there of people that have overcome things. I wanted to inspire you.
Wow. Had
Yeah.
you always wanted to put do no put, no make a journal, put a journal out there, or it's just the thought just come up, or you know.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's always. I would
Mhm.
say if anything, I didn't think I was a writer, but then if I go look, I probably have about 3 books started. Like I have
Okay.
one called Yes You Can. Yeah, I have this mission to be like, yes, you can do it, whatever
Yes.
it is.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. And then I think I came across a course about creating a journal, and I was like, oh, that's probably easier than writing a whole book.
Mhm.
And I feel like it appeals to a big audience. Like I don't have to try to tell a story. It's like a gift.
Mhm.
It's something to help you work through yeah, just getting the courage to do all those things.
This is just the start of what you're going to do. What we're going to do here, though, real quick, we're going to take a quick break and then we'll be right back.
Awesome. Thank you.
Today's sponsor is Open Door Tabernacle Training Center, a church of love. They are located at 522 Wilson Avenue, Johnson City, Tennessee. You are welcome to join each Sunday at 11 a.m. For more information, you can email them at odttc1@gmail.com.
Well, welcome back to this exchange show. Excuse me. We have our special guest today, Mrs. Megan Holley, and her journal is Inspired to Be Me. And this is an awesome journal for what I can see. And one thing about the journal, Megan, that I like, it was talking about, it's a journal to me that helps you self-reflect back over things, that you're doing in your life. And then it also lets you look forward
Yes.
to things that you want to do.
Yeah. And it's about the good things, like look back at how when you knew who you were, like there was times as a younger person
Yes.
where you just knew, like you didn't have all these thoughts that hindered you from doing them, and then we have so much to look forward to ahead. And if we just embrace our gifts and what we're good at, what a wonderful world it'll be.
And just take the time just to write those things down. And then when you had in the book about your, if your 100th self, looking back.
Yeah.
I just think
know.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Like, what would you tell yourself?
What would you tell yourself?
Yeah, there's those books about the 5 regrets of the dying and things like that, right? Often it's like you worked too much or you didn't take the chance. And we just don't want to be that person that looks back if we can change it today.
Right. And even if you, had your journal and you didn't mind if, a family, a daughter or a granddaughter or somebody one day could look at that journal and can learn more about who grandma was, or,
Yes. Yeah, that would be so neat to pass it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
They
there's
can learn more about you, It's things,
Yeah.
because it's your inner thoughts of things that you have written, jotted down in the journal. And so
and the one exercise is about your dreams, right? What are your small, medium, and then humongous dreams? Like, it makes me just think, I wonder what my mom's were, So I'll have to ask her. Yeah, if you had that, you could learn more about someone in your life that you loved.
And to me, you were talking about in there, you could put down the thoughts, what you would like to do. Like you was mentioning about helping somebody,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love that. Oh, thank you.
So, but just the pages, what are you giving somebody to help them to journal, to help them to think, because sometimes I would have a journal. I'm like, what am I going to put down? I'll start writing some, I'm trying to think of something else. But the questions that you asked in there, the activities that you had in there to make it would make it a lot easier.
Yeah, and that was one of my big goals with creating it, is I don't want you sitting there every day and this becoming a job. I want it to be like, okay, I'm on this journey, like it's 6 months, and I want it to be just little steps. And we know that changing your mindset is just little steps day after day, right? There's not one big day where all of a sudden you go from like feeling down and negative and no self-love to next Monday, all of a sudden you're different. It's the retraining. So that's the point of the little steps. And yeah, when you look at it, I want you to be inspired. I don't want you to be like, oh, I got one more thing to do today. I want it to just be easy, prop you up, and you just keep moving forward.
Yeah, and you were saying that reset your mindset.
Yes. That is so big. One of the things I talk to my clients about, because of the energy work I do with emotion and belief code, which is like muscle testing,
Mm-hmm.
is that the energy you have, you put out into the world. So before we even talk to each other, our energy met each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the more positive we are, there's a graph in the journal about your energy, and when you're living in authenticity and love and kindness, you're vibrating up here. So that's what you're going to attract into your world. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're vibrating down in shame and fear and negativity, that's what we attract, and we really can shift it. I wouldn't say easily because we get in patterns, but we have the power to shift it with little mindset shifts and just paying
Yeah.
attention.
And that, with that shifting and, like spending time, like myself, spending time with the Lord in the morning and letting
Yes.
him guide and direct my day, how he wants it to go, writing those thoughts down of that special quality time that you have with the Lord, when you know him as your savior and you're reading his word and how and what his word is speaking to you, to be
Yeah.
able to write those thoughts down, what
Yeah.
he is saying to you. But let me ask you this: how can someone get your book? How can they purchase your book? Let's make sure we
Okay.
get that in there.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. You just Google Inspired to be Me journal. And then my business name is Elixir of Notes. You'll see it down there with my name. So it won't be under Megan Holley because it's a
Okay.
business name. So it's in Canada and the US.
Okay.
So yeah,
Great. Great.
yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: why do you believe journaling is so important? Or
I think it's about slowing down and having like assessing your thoughts, like what's going
Mhm.
on. And how can you shift them? Like, are they helping or hindering? So when
Mm,
we have to look at them and sit with them for even a minute, we see where we're at and where we're probably going that day. So if we sit with them and we examine them, we can make a shift if we need to.
mhm,
And if we're on the right track today, like you were saying about spending time with God. And I
mhm,
feel like we're not created to live on earth and to not have a positive energy.
mhm.
Like he wants to fill us up
Yeah,
today
yeah.
with positive. He wants us, the gifts that we were given, which yours
Mhm,
are different than mine.
mhm,
He
mhm.
wants us to shine those into the world today. And when
Yes.
we play small, and we live in negativity, then we're missing that gift.
Yeah, yeah. We cheat ourselves, and
Yeah.
that's why it's so important when he's giving us something to to use it,
Yeah.
to use
Yeah.
it. And
And help
and
others with it.
yes, ma'am. Well, let me ask you this: if someone said, "Why should I buy your book, Miss Megan?" Why would you tell them? Why would you say, "This is why you should buy my book"?
Oh, so many reasons, but mostly because I want, if they want to have a life
Uh huh.
where they think positive about themselves
Mm-hmm.
and they start living authentic, like authentic is the highest vibration. So when you can make a choice on what you want to do and not sit and worry about what anyone else thinks,
Yes.
it is freeing. Like, this is what my journey has been. And the more I've done this work, the more I'm like, yeah, you might think what I do is different or strange, or you might not want to, do emotion code or write a
Mm-hmm.
journal, but I'm doing it and it lights me up. So I think for everybody that wants that in their life, like to live true from their soul and to love life and have amazing experiences, then this journey will get you there if you just day after day do the little bit of work. So that's my dream.
Oh, that's wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, audience, we have Miss Megan Holley, and her book is Inspired to Be Me. And it is a journal. And she has different colors in the journal. The inside of it offers a lot of things for you to places to write, things that help you, start thinking about what you even want to write. So, Megan, thank you so much for being our guest today. And your book, your journal, is a good book to cause people to really begin to write down their life. And it can be an encourager to someone even after that person's not here any longer, to be able to see some things about your life. So what was your last things you would like to say to our audience today? Because it's getting time to wrap up.
Okay. I would just say you can do it.
Yes.
We need you. We need your light. We need your gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And even if there's days where you're feeling down or not worthy, you are. And we need you. We need everything you got.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much again, Megan, for being willing to be our guest today. And well, everyone, that's going to be a wrap for this episode of the Exchange Show. I want to thank our special guest, Megan Holley, once again for joining us today. And remember to grab a copy of her book, her journal, and invite someone to join you in the Kin community as well. So until next time, I am your host, Berthanna Oxendine, and I pray abundance be upon each of you until I see you on another episode of The Exchange Show. God bless you.
Faith and inspiration are treasures to behold. Through words and wisdom, our spirits grow. Join us on this journey on The Exchange Show. Hope in the whispers, guidance in the prose. Faith in the stories where the heart knows. A tapestry of voices woven with care. In every episode it is a blessing to share. Welcome to The Exchange, where stories unfold. Faith and inspiration.